A constructor initializes an object when it is created. It has the same name as its class and is syntactically similar to a method, just like what we have here. So um, usually when we talk about a constructor, it is the same name as a class. So as what you have seen here, my class name is main, and I also have here my constructor as is also called a main, similar to the name of my class. Typically, you will use a constructor to give initial values to the instance variable defined by a class, or to perform any other startup procedures required to create a fully formed object. Now, all classes, of course, have constructors, whether you define one or not, because that's actually in Java. Okay, so Java automatically provides a default constructor. So let's say, for example, let's try to create another class. Let's try to right click on our source, new, then we have your Java class. Let's try to go back to person profile. Okay. So let's try to create another constructor. Okay, so let's try to use um, person profile. Okay. Then equals one as public. Okay. So this is our constructor for our person profile class. Okay, decide also to put the public static. So it should be initialized as a static. We don't need to initialize this one as our static variable or static method. So we have your public person profile. Then for our constructor, also have our public person profile. So this is actually our constructor. This line of code is our constructor. Now, Java allows two types of constructor. The first one is of no argument constructor, which is what we have here, and the other one is parameterized constructor. Now, let's first try to talk about no argument constructor. So, as the name specifies, the no argument constructor of Java does not accept any parameters. So, as what you've noticed here on my no argument constructor, it doesn't contain any parameters. Okay, so maybe we can add, let's say, for example, int age. Okay, then we have here age is equals to 18. So that's how you would use a variable in your no argument constructor. You would call constructor to initialize object as follows. Okay, so let's try to go back to our main Java. Okay, so let's try to call our constructor. Maybe we can do something like person profile, then obj is equals to new person profile. Okay, then what we can basically do is try to call this one as obj1, then person profile obj2 is equals to new. So this is actually, we're trying to create a new instance profile. Okay, then system.out println obj1 dot age plus obj2 dot age. Okay, so that's how we would initialize our object using the our person profile class. Okay, so if we were to run this code, okay, try to click first build, then let's try to click run. Okay, so you have here 1818. It's 1818 because we added the default value here, which is 18. Now, what about parameterized constructor? So, going back with this particular example, so you have your int age. We'll try to reuse the same example. We have your int age. Then let's try to add here int I. Okay. Then x is equals okay, let's try to have this one age is equals to I. Okay. So as you've noticed, we have here two related problems. Okay, so where is this problem located? Okay, so let's try to go back to our main.java. Now, as you've noticed, we don't have any value on our personal profile class. So let's try to add here. Maybe you can put, so the age is 21 and 18. So as you've noticed, going back to our person profile.java, there's no more issues or there's no more error whatsoever. Okay, so let's try again to build. Let's try to see what's the output. Build project. And let's try to run. Okay, so we have here 18 and 21. Okay, so this is the result. We have here 18 and 21. So why is it that we have here 18 and 21? Because we passed the value here on our first class. We on our first constructor, we passed the value 21. It was actually processed and returned as age. And on the second class, we passed the value 18. Okay, so it was actually again processed and returned as age. That's why we have 21 and 18. So that's how you would use your constructor. So just try to remember always that you can also pass parameters in your constructor. Okay, but at the same time, you can also not pass values in your constructor.